Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Get Play Soon. In this video, let us discuss how to left rotate an array by 1. What is left rotation and what is its one position? So, this is nothing but shifting all the elements of the array one position towards the left. I repeat, shifting all the elements of the array one position towards the left side. So, the second element will be shifted to the first place, the third element will be shifted to the second place, and so on. But where does the first element go? The first element has nothing in front of it. The first element has nothing towards its left side. So the first element is shifted towards the end of the array. In the given example 5, 6, 7, 8, after left rotation, the array becomes 6, 7, 8, 5. Now let us see how to do the same in programming. Our approach is to create a new temp array with the same size. So we have a given array 5, 6, 7, 8 with the size 4. We are creating another array named temp with the size 4. Now what are we doing? We are copying the elements from the second position. Now we are taking the first element of the given array and placing it at the end of the temp array as shown in the figure. So the 5 of the given array is placed at the last of the temp array. This is how we left rotate the array by one position. Now let's see how to do the same in Java. In the function, in the first line, we have declared a temporary array with the same size n, and we start a loop for loop. The for loop iterates through input array starting from the second element. As you know, arrays index start from I is equals to 0. First element is I is equals to 0. Second element is I is equals to 1. Therefore, in the for loop, we've mentioned I is equals to 1 and we iterate till the end of the array. Inside for loop, we have mentioned temp I minus 1 is equals to array of I, which means here we are storing the second element in the first place of temporary. So I minus 1. So always remember, while writing the for loop, while shifting, we use I minus 1 as the index for temp because we start the loop from I is equals to 1, the second element in the given array. So after for loop, what we do? We copy the first element of input array to the last index of temporary array. Right? Temp n minus 1 is equals to array of 0. After that, we are printing the temporary values. In the main function, the input, the size of the array and the array elements are given. That's it. This is how we code. Now let's check the complexity. The time complexity of this program is O of n. Why? We are using two for loops. Each for loop is iterating throughout the array only once. So O of n plus O of n, 2O of n. After removing the constant, it became O of n. That is the time complexity. Speaking about the space complexity, we are given with an array, input array, and now we are creating extra space. We are creating another array called temp, and that temp is of the same size of given array n. So we are creating O of n, extra space, and this is not good. We are supposed to reduce the space. To reduce the space, we came with another approach, and that approach, we take the first element and store it in a temporary variable. Previous approach, we created a temporary array. Array is taking huge space, but here we are just taking a temporary variable and storing the first element of the given array. After that, we are shifting, left rotating our other elements towards left side by one place. Previously, in that approach, we have shifted to another array, to a new array. But in this approach, we are updating the same given array without creating any extra space. So after shifting the other elements, now we are going to add the first saved temporary variable value, that is 5, towards the end of the array. And then we have successfully left rotated by one element. The resultant array is 6, 7, 8, 5. Now let's see how to code the same. The code is pretty similar to the previous code. Earlier, we have declared a temporary array. Here, we are declaring a temporary variable. There, we have declared array of same size. Here, we have just saved the first element. And the for loop runs and updates the values, shifts the values, and the for loop iterates one time. After that, we copy the temporary variable value towards the end of the array. That's it. And in the next for loop, we print the elements and the main function. This is how we write code. And now let's check the complexities. As discussed earlier, one for loop is for iteration and shifting, and the other for loop is used to print. So O of n plus O of n, 2O of n, ignoring constants, becomes O of n. That is time complexity. And the space complexity, earlier it is O of n. Now the space complexity is O of 1. Therefore the space complexity is got reduced. How? Earlier we created an extra space, and here we are not creating any extra space. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for watching till here. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.